We are Darren and Ashley. Over the past few days, we've been soaking up the vibrant atmosphere of Athens, from indulging in Greek cuisine, marveling at the ancient city streets, and immersing ourselves in the rich history and culture. It's now time to embark on a tour of the ancient Greek archaeological sites, including the Acropolis, Olympia, Delphi, and Meteora.
The beautiful, most famous philosophers of all time lived here in Athens, and that was Socrates, Platonus, and the different philosophy.
Our tour kicks off with a visit to the Panathenaic Stadium, where the first modern Olympic Games unfolded in 1896. It's a remarkable stadium entirely crafted from marble. Our next stop is the Acropolis Museum, a treasure of ancient artifacts steaming from the Acropolis archaeological site, which we will be visiting later. You can see the reflection of the Acropolis in the upper windows. Just visited the museum and now head up on that hill, visit the Acropolis up there, and that's going to be absolutely fascinating. The moment has finally come. This is the reason why millions of people visit Athens. Perched atop a hill in the heart of the city, the Parthenon was dedicated to Athena, the goddess of embodying power and prestige. This was considered one of the wonders of the ancient world. The gods of Olympus proclaimed that the city should be named after the deity who provided the most valuable legacy for the mortals. Poseidon struck a rock with his trident, creating a saltwater spring, while Athena produced this olive tree, a symbol of peace and prosperity, and it was decided that this would better serve the citizens of Athens. Extremely windy, but extremely interesting and really incredible to see. To envision how people thousands of years ago used to live and worship. Our second day through Greece unfolds with a departure from Athens towards the Peloponnese, marked by stops at the impressive Corinth Canal, the renowned Epidaurus Theater, celebrated for its acoustics, and then we venture to Mycenae, showcasing the iconic Lion Gate and the city where King Agamemnon was. We will then end our day with a long drive to Olympia. We arrived in Corinth and we're going to go see the massive canal built in the 18th century, which was initially started by the Emperor Nero. It was amazing. It must be very cool to see a massive cruise ship going through here. Built in the 4th century but still used today. You can see behind me the theatre setup. Really incredible, and it's well known for its acoustics. They are so extraordinary that even a whisper from the center of the stage carries with crystal clear clarity to the spectators in the higher seat of this 14,000 seat amphitheatre. So they basically came and did theatre to worship their gods. And to heal, yeah. Oh man, and the view from up here is absolutely spectacular. Have a look at this.
The dream temples of Asclepius is something you won't find in your travel guides or on a tour, but this was one place we desired to visit. Asclepius, the son of Apollo, was the Greek god of medicine and healing, and his temple was built for the process of healing people through dreams. Pilgrims seeking healing and guidance would participate in rituals and offerings in efforts to seek a healing dream. They then slept in wait of the appearance of the god, a practice known as incubation. They believed that Asclepius, in the form of a serpent, would visit them in their dreams and offer insight, healing, or prescribe cures for ailments, an absolutely fascinating part of ancient healing practices.
It's really incredible to think that this was such a sacred site. And unfortunately, on a tour like we're on, we're unable to really fully appreciate it because of time constraints. But when you do take a second to just sit and feel the energy of the place, it's absolutely incredible. There's a certain presence about it, there's a certain mystery, a certain sacredness to it, which is very beautiful. We spent so much time at this temple that we almost missed our bus. But we're off again, to Mycenae this time, an ancient archaeological site built in the 14th century BCE, and it's renowned for its impressive fortifications as well as its famous Lion's Gate. Serving as the main access point to the citadel, the Lion's Gate depicts two lionesses flanking a central column at its summit. Absolutely amazing. Okay, and here we are right at the top of the palace. Just to think that King Agamemnon was here. He ruled this. And this was where his throne room was.
Tough hill.
Tough hill.
We need water.
King Agamemnon holds a central role in Greek mythology, most notably recognized for his involvement in the Trojan War. If you've ever seen the movie Troy, you'd remember that the war was sparked by Paris of Troy abducting Agamemnon's wife Helen.
Look around you, Hector. I brought all the warriors of Greece to your shores.
We venture to the tomb of Agamemnon. Constructed around 1000 BCE, it features a long entrance passage and this beautiful, massive beehive-shaped dome. The tomb's purpose is to house the remains of important individuals and their valuable possessions. Despite its name, the identity of those buried here remains uncertain. Thanks, eh? Very cool. The tomb of Agamemnon. That was quite cool. Beehive structure. Yeah, pity it was looted back in the day.
2008.
Yeah, but very cool to see. We're here at the Olympic Village Hotel in an ancient Olympia. We're spending one night here, having some dinner a little bit later with everyone. Oh wow. Fancy. Jeez. This is the Queen Suite, but I'm very impressed. We have our own private balcony. Oh, that is wonderful. Why are we only here one night? Imagine running out here to your athletic pitch.
I've been nervous, man.
This stadium hosted the original Olympic Games, founded in the 8th century BCE. The site of Olympia also consisted of a gymnasium, a wrestling school, and many other sporting structures. Unfortunately, all of these structures were destroyed by Theodosius in the 4th century due to the sport being part of the pagan religion. So this was their gymnasium right next to me, and they used to use it to run up and down to practice for the stadium. The ancient Temple of Zeus right behind me. Look how big these columns were. That's massive. So this thing must have been huge. Absolutely huge. It's really beautiful, and just to think how people lived here and worshipped here. So this is a very sacred center. You can feel it, you can really feel it. It's really cool, really special. This monumental Doric temple was dedicated to Zeus and housed the renowned golden ivory statue, which counted among the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Individuals and city-states would come here, dedicate offerings to him as they came to watch and spectate the ancient Olympic Games. Our odyssey continues northward from the Olympia archaeological site, traversing Patras, then reaching Delphi for an overnight stay. This was once the sacred heart of the ancient world. All yours.
Yeah. So anything keeping us going? Yeah.
This is your
Cold beer.
nice cold beer and a view like that. This is basically the symbol of Delphi. So if you Google Delphi, this is the 3 pillars that you're going to get. But actually the main point of visiting Delphi is the Temple of Apollo, which is up there on the mountain. So you'd buy something in the agora down there, and then you'd walk up the sacred way to the Temple of Apollo to offer it to the bee mistresses or the oracles, so that they can prophesy for you. Walking the sacred way.
Yes, always.
How does it feel to be at the center of the earth? Resting on the slopes of Mount Parnassus is the main reason we have embarked on this tour, to recreate the experience of this ancient place. Following in the footsteps of past pilgrims, we walk the sacred way to seek the wisdom from the ancient oracle. Absolutely incredible. It actually looks like there's a crypt in the middle of the temple where those priestesses used to be. So we're going to find a nice little spot. We'll ask the oracle for a prophecy and see what is revealed to us.
The closest ski resort to Athens is this one on Mount Parnassus, and an altitude of 1,500 meters.
Got a cool little village. On the mountainside is actually a ski resort, which maybe one day we'll have a chance to visit in the winter. Ashley getting her ski envy on.
Yes.
So we finished off at Delphi, which was absolutely incredible. We head to Meteora, but had an incredible stop at this monument dedicated to King Leonidas and his Spartans, which inspired the movie 300.
This is Sparta!
Our final leg of the journey leads us north from Delphi, past the memorial of the 300 Spartans, to Meteora. We'll be staying in the city of Kalambaka for the night, and tomorrow we'll marvel at the extraordinary rock formations and the monasteries here. is absolutely incredible.
This is the monastery of St. Stephen. That's the monastery we're going to visit in the fortress.
So we're going to enter one of the churches now. Can't take any videos in there, so as to respect the monks and nuns, which is understandable. So I think they spent their time doing carpentry and painting all the roofs of the church. Metalwork, yeah. Sure. This is the view from up top of the monastery here. How amazing is that?
Hello.
How has your monastery experience gone?
Maybe asking the wrong person.
It is beautiful. I think these places have their own different type of spiritual presence, which is a bit different from what we experienced yesterday. This was actually a nunnery, so we're gonna go check out one of the monasteries where the monks lived. So basically how they got up here was these little baskets and rope. And can you imagine being lifted and hoisted up from this far above? But it is amazing just to feel this place and to be here and to experience it. And to imagine how these guys used to live. I think that's quite impressive. This is unbelievable. And this is why we come here, these rock formations. Oh man. Absolutely magical. And there's this Greek goddess. Our tour comes to a close, and we're filled with gratitude for the incredible experience that we have just shared. And we make our way back to Athens for the final leg of our Greek adventure. And we're reminded of the beauty and the magic this country has to offer. Thank you for joining us, and see you in Athens in our next video. Until next time, Kalo Tatsidi.